Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of SkyFactory. I'm Andy. Today we're going to go ahead and cover everything that I've done in between episodes, as well the stuff that I've got planned for today. If you've noticed, there's already some changes to the base as I start hovering down. Last episode we finished up the farming age. We're going to cover a couple more things in the achievement book. I've got some stuff already done, as well as some stuff planned for the rest of this episode. Yeah, you're probably noticing one of the things I'm standing on here that changed from last episode, these solar panels. One of the reasons why I set these solar panels up is so I could work the resonator. Resonator works off of grid power. These solar panels actually generate grid power at one per generate grid power at one for one solar panel. It generates one grid power, and resonator works off that grid power. So that's why we've got the solar panels. The recipe for the solar panels is it's actually a pretty cheap recipe. As you see here, solar panel gives power during daylight hours, must have clear line of sight to the sky. Power is reduced by the rain. It doesn't kill it completely, but it is reduced by it. It's just, to get 3, it's 3 lapis, polished stone, and a resonating redstone crystal. This crystal is made by 4 redstone pieces and an ender shard. Ender shard is taking an ender pearl with a glass cutter. You get 8 per ender shard, and glass cutter is just a stick with 3 iron pieces. So it's actually a relatively simple process. The hard part is getting the ender pearls. The only way to do it currently is either go to the Nether and kill a whole bunch of not the Nether, sorry. Go to the end and kill a whole bunch of Endermen, or pull them out of the mob bags out of the mob spawner, the mob farm over here, which is where I got all my ender pearls. I picked up a couple stacks in between episodes. Just kind of let the server run, auto kill. As you see, there's some stuff over here already, waiting to go into the hopper, the vacuum chest actually. Quite a bit here, quite a bit in there. I was pulling those ender pearls out of those loot bags, so pulled out just almost 2 stacks of ender pearls. That's 32 overall for 2 full stacks. I think I pulled out like 30 or 28 or something like that. Spent a long time doing that, so I went ahead and did all that. Stone burnt is what you get out of the resonator. So just to progress the grid power even further, from just so I didn't have to worry about, is it daylight hours, is it raining, or whatnot. Aside from the solar panels generating grid power, you've also got other ways to do it. And one of the ways I've worked in here is I've got a water mill down here at the bottom. It's just a single block. Works best off of the first, so say that corner block right there was a source block. It would work best sitting 2 blocks away, so 1, 2, it would work best sitting right there. However, for the time being, since I already had this little AFK circular pool here, I figured might as well just replace that bottom block with that water mill, generate some additional grid power for later on. Later on, we are going to be building up a grid power little farm with these water mills is on its own, probably down the 3rd level down. But for now, that's just where it's going to sit for the time being. To make that water mill, the recipe is resonating redstone crystal, the redstone gear, which is a plank surrounded by 4 redstone torches, redstone torch, and then stone burnt. So stone burnt, you need that resonator. It's just polished stone directly in, gives you a single stone burnt out. Polished stone is 4 stone bricks. Stone brick is cracked. Stone brick is just 4 pieces of stone here. gives you 4. You know, stone. You can. It's just cobblestone in a furnace. So that was what I did with that part right there. The one of the other things I did to help progress the system further through without me having to manually do a lot of the farming is the farming of the automatic farming of the Inferium Essence. And it doesn't get all of it. It gets like I think it's a 3 by overall 7 by 7 block area. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3. So it's this line out here to this corner, and does that full 7 by 7 surrounding it. So 3 blocks away from the center, all the way around it. And it'll automatically farm. I've got a diamond hoe in here. Generally pretty good. We'll upgrade that later to a much stronger, more durable hoe, maybe even a unbreakable if I get the chance to actually farm that. I've got Inferium seeds in here that I crafted, so I have an extra stockpile in here. The top here is configured to push out into the chest. Now I've got on the bottom power coming in from the bottom. I had a Stirling generator here. However, that's been replaced, and I'll show you that here in a few minutes of what I replaced that with. I've got a full 1 million RF in there, and it's constantly being fed. And as you see, I got 13 Inferium Essence in here right now. I emptied it out just a bit ago to make some additional. The whole reason that going towards this is a couple of achievements I've got lined up, such as the Diamond Seed. Requires a ton of Inferium Essence. It is like 1,024 Inferium Essence to make, like, I think it's like one of these or something like that. I don't know. Mathing is really hard for me right now. I can't remember if it's 1,024 for all 4 of these or a singular one. But it's a lot, and it takes forever. These things take forever to grow. There's ways to speed that up. I've got 1 block already set for that. That takes more Inferium Essence. So, you know, it's just a circular effort here to get to that aspect of that. So, you know, I've already got the tier 5 crafting seed already generated. That is taking a tier 1 crafting seed, which is a base seed with the prosperity shards. And then the base crafting seed surrounded by Ethereum, base tier 1 crafting seed surrounded by Prudentium, all the way up to the tier 5 seed. And this is what we're going for. Right now I've got 2 Supremium Essence and the seed. I still need 2 more, and then we can make a single diamond seed. So yeah, it takes a ton, similar to how the iron seed is, just the iron seed doesn't take nearly as much. That's the goal forward though, so that's why I automated that, so I could just let it go. Didn't have to worry about it. Didn't have to worry about any of the Stirling generators running out of coal. It is what it is. As far as that speeding up process, I've got a growth accelerator here. So the growth accelerator is supposed to speed up the growing of the seeds, and I found that it does somewhat. I'm not sure if it's stackable, if I can stack them straight down. But to make a growth pulsar, or a growth accelerator, it's a diamond in the center, 4 Inferium blocks, which is 9 of those in essence, and then stone, any stone blocks. So, I'm sorry, any stone brick type of blocks. So, I just use the standard stone bricks, and it makes 1 single. So again, you're talking 36 essence per block. I mean, that can really start adding up. So I've got that going. In fact, just to cover across the achievements here, what's going on here. Stone farming age closed out. Already crafted the iron seed. Went ahead and checked off that growth accelerator to speed up crop growth. I'm going to check into this growth crystal as well. That's all going towards crafting the diamond seed. We're going to cover the Solium Dagger today and hopefully get a mob chunk. I'm going to have to do a little bit of modification to the mob farm, but that shouldn't be a problem. The automation and Inferium Essence is also going towards crafting a Master Infusion Crystal as well as Supremium Appellants or Premium Armor. Supremium Armor also allows you to fly, so that's something else that we're going to be working with as well. I already checked off the fly, that was with the jetpack. We're going to be doing the Angel Block as well, and traveling to the Nether. So I had mentioned the farming station was powered by a Stirling generator, and I've replaced that out. I went ahead and had enough resources to make a Extreme Reactor. Used to be known as a Big Reactor mod kit. Made a 4x4 here. I've got it running at full power right now, and I've got Yolorium going straight in, being fed by this chest and outputs to this chest here. As you can see, I'm generating 561 RF per tick. It's definitely way more than a Stirling generator. It's completely full on its energy buffer, and it's operating at a decent, okay heat. We can turn it on or off just right here, so we're not consuming RF if we don't need to. But as you see, it starts eating at that buffer, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that running probably till tomorrow or something to see how things are going. I'm feeding currently. The Yolorium is being fed by the automatic sieve, or the automatic sieve process I've got going on over here. And that's creating up the Yolorium dust. Now I'm just taking the Yolorium dust and throwing it in the alloy smelter manually currently. I'm going to automate that process as well. But for now, it's just going to be a manual process, just for the time being, and we'll work with the automating it a little bit later on. So to build that mini little Extreme Reactor, it's basically, I'll go ahead and break it just to show you guys what the inside kind of looks like here. We'll break it from this side. So right here I've got a reactor fuel rod, one here and then one diagonal to it over there, kind of how you see the two white blocks there. The white blocks are actually the fuel rod controllers, the reactor control rods. That's how you control how much of the fuel rod, Yolorium fuel rod, is going in and out. So I've got those two. I'm going to put diamond blocks in the air spaces, so the space right there next to the block with the blue arrows, it's an access panel that will have a diamond block there, and then on the other side of this block will have a diamond block as well as part of the cooling system. And then it's surrounded with reactor casing blocks all the way around, with the exception of the two reactor access ports, the controller, and the reactor redstone flux power tap. That's what your RF comes out of. I've got the energy conduit coming out of it right now. It's max at 640 RF per tick, and that's what's feeding the farming station over there, as well as the sag mill sieve over here. And that's coming straight up and feeding those 5 systems right there. We got the slice and splice, the alloy smelter, basic capacitor bank, auto sieve, and then the sag mill as well. You probably noticed this transfer conduit, this transfer pipe here, coming into this chest. I've got a little auto transfer system set up over here for all the eggs, for everything that the chickens populate out. You just take that stuff, throw it into the chest and it auto transfers itself out. And as you see, I've got a transfer node pulling it out of the chest. I can never get over here. Transfer node for items. Pulling it out of the chest, and it's not very efficient. It sometimes doesn't work. Just pulling it all the way over and then putting it into the chest here. So I'm still occasionally manually pulling stuff over, but I definitely do want to automate that process all the way, at least to maintain collecting dirt. Added a second half of a two-piece chest over here, so I had more dirt collection going on. I had it completely maxed out when I logged in to the server earlier today. Let's go ahead and clear this out. So, continue forward. We're going to go ahead and do a couple more achievements here. Today, we're going to... I pulled a couple resources here to make a angel block as well as a selenium dagger. So let's go ahead and craft both of those up real quick, and then we're going to go try to pull some mob chunks just to check that off. And then from what I understand, later on we're going to, there it is, guess it's got to be on the first side over there. So that gives us this selenium dagger. We can get mob chunks with that, and then let's go ahead and make that angel block. Angel block. Here's the angel block. Alright, let's grab a stack of cobblestone real quick. We'll fly out. Let's fly out this way. Turn hover mode on. Always lose my the letter N key. Not sure why. Just so we don't lose that angel block. Although it's really easy to make, I'd rather not lose it if I don't have to. We have a little 3x3. I'm going to break out a builder's wand. We'll call that good for the time being. We'll go ahead and open this up. New island, awesome. Let's see about getting that mob chunk real quick from the mob spawner. So I got a spider chunk. I think that counts. So let's go ahead and check that off here. Got a mob chunk. We're not going to be able to do these today, but however, I have set up a Nether portal. So let's go ahead and hey, compressed cow, how you doing? Let's go ahead and travel in there. See how things are. I think later on, in between this episode and the next, I'm going to put a wall on the backside there. Oh, another quartz. I'm going to have to grab one of these guys. What's a nether rack? That's going to speed up the making of a lava a little bit faster. Soulstone. That'll come in handy later. Nether and Inferium ore. That's some good stuff. Well, that gives you Inferium essence. That's awesome. That's epic. These nether chickens, nether quartz chickens are everywhere. That's even awesome as well. What else we got around here? I'm gonna go through that portal now. Oh, it's a nitro creeper. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. I'm gonna have to figure out how to set that back on fire. Come on, come on. Dang it. Yes. That works. That worked great. Make sure there's no nether creatures in here, because that would be bad. And my jetpack is getting down to 30%, 29. We look like we're clear. All right. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and charge this jetpack up real quick. So yeah, we've effectively traveled to the Nether. That is awesome. Got some neat little trinkets out of there. Got some nether rack, quite a bit of it actually. Found some Inferium ore. That's pretty awesome as well. Learned that should watch what's going on explosions wise as well, especially around your portal, because that's bad news. And figured out how to get back once that occurs. Once you lose your portal. So let me go ahead and grab a bucket real quick. Pull that out. Put it right there. That gives me a 4-time. Let's see what the difference is between this and the lava. Lava's 2-time. Flint and Steel's a 4-time. It seems like it's definitely the better choice. It's the nether rack that's on fire. In between episodes, made the witch water. Upgraded our farming of Inferium Essence so that we can progress further with the Inferium Essence. Set up a water mill and some solar panels to generate grid power for utilizing the utilizing the resonator to make the stone burns, which makes the water mill. That's going to come in handy for later on when we're wanting to fly around or whatnot with an angel ring or anything else that does utilize grid power. Portal to the Nether there, kind of partially pseudo, not so great automated from the eggs and stuff from the chickens from over there to the dirt generator, the Extreme Reactors mod mini reactor I got set up going on here. And I'm pretty sure that covers everything for the most part. That witch water, you guys are probably going to ask, the witch water I'm utilizing to create soul sand. Basically the way to make it is take your stone barrels, place them on top of mycelium covered dirt. So take a dirt block and you take ancient spores and you plant it kind of like a grass seed would, how we did with that over there earlier in the series. And it spreads out. And take your barrel, either let the rain fill the barrels up, or you can fill it by hand with water in a bucket. And it's going to go ahead and start, show you real quick. It's going to go ahead and start converting it from regular water over to witch water. And as you see here, I've cleared out the rainwater so I didn't have to carry any water over, and you can see it's transforming. Right up here it says transforming. And it turns it into witch water. And you just take sand, normal sand, dump it in here, like you would clay, into dust into water to make clay. same way to make the soul sand. And you just pull it out and you've got soul sand. There's a couple of different ways you can automate that as well with other mod packs. We'll go over those later on as well. But yeah, so that pretty much covers everything today, guys. Appreciate y'all coming in and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you guys would like notifications of any time I upload any videos, go ahead and hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. That'll leave you guys notifications for any of those videos. Again, guys, appreciate joining me today, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.